Although it's not as big of a name as the St. Lawrence River, it's kind of had a lot of important key features. You know, like back in the day, it was powering houses, mills. So it's kind of like a staple, I guess, for what the North Country is. My name is Ben Graham. I am from Presque Isle, Maine. I'm a senior here at SLU, environmental studies major, outdoor studies minor, and yeah, I love the outdoors.
Okay, so I pulled a couple of things here. We don't have a Grass River collection per se, but these are taken from a number of different collections. This is from the map collection. This is a lithograph from 1885. We have a series of these of several North Country towns, but you can see again the river winding through Canton. And what's nice about this is you see the logs on the river indicating how it was used to move lumber.
Yeah, so I think it serves some, like, back in the day, it had a big importance to, you know, electricity, power.
A assessment of all the grist mills and various enterprises using water power on the Grass River. It was done in 1871, I think. Yeah, 1871, and it gives the values of the properties for all of the grist mills and all of the mills along the Grass, and actually goes north to south just the way the Grass River flows, because of course the Grass River flows north and empties into the St. Lawrence.
You'll also come across old logging islands that were built to separate the logs because the log drives came down the river, and each company would have marks on their logs, and then they would be separated and brought to the mills down either in Canton or down at Madrid, Bucks Bridge. So there were a lot of sawmills.
This is Paul Jameson's famous book on Adirondack waterways, and here is his piece on the Grass River, which starts off with, is it spelled grass, G-R-A-S-S, or G-R-A-S-S-E?
No, Paul Jameson, who was, again, an amazing English teacher here, but he dedicated his retirement to the Adirondacks and to river trips and describing the rivers.
He would have written the first draft of it on that typewriter, which is right over there. That's Paul Jameson's typewriter.
We have an ongoing crawl here in Canton on the Grass. Most people in the village, including the editor of our local weekly, The Plain Dealer, insist on spelling G-R-A-S-S-E as having more cachet. The Highway Department humours them by the green sign on the village bridge, but the County Historical Society favours G-R-A-S-S on the grounds of antiquity. The river actually named G-R-A-S-S wholly inside our county is a fitting symbol of our major source of wealth. Furthermore, G-R-A-S-S-E is etymologically unsound. Its Frenchy look sends one to LaRousse, but now one finds that G-R-A-S-S-E is the feminine form for the adjective for fat. It is absurd to call our lean and sinewy river fat. Another partisan of this spelling was forced to the explanation that the river was named for its abundance of fish. It was fat with fish, very far-fetched.
In fact, there was a 1930 study along the Little River, Grass River, that detailed how polluted it was. And at that time, the paper mill at Pirates was still running. So there was a thick layer of sludge on the surface of the river, and they found no fish in the river. So it was, there were bloodworms, and it was a really, really polluted time. But it's actually one of the rivers I think that is important to look at nationwide, because it does represent a lot of what's happened to rivers around the country. Starting out wild, good drinking water, drinkable, and coming down to an industrial area where it's a much larger river coming into the St. Lawrence. So we're looking at the little river here, which runs right into the grass just around the corner, and physically, probably strangely, there's a lot, the water's a lot cleaner, and I think partly because there was certainly much more industry upriver. The Pirates paper mill was a significant pollution source. Well, St. Lawrence sewage treatment, not treatment, but direct line from the sewage came straight into the river right up here. So we're looking at a sewage pipe right here that used to drain sewage from the campus into the little river, untreated. And again, this was before my day. So, but not too much before. There was still sewage in the river into the 60s, and that's when the regulations came in.
I think all the help that we can get on, helping water in the North Country is beneficial. I'd say on my list of important things, I'd say getting outside is on the very top. I have found that I need to be outside in order to maintain a good mental stability in my life. Getting out, just being on the water, doing those things, that's what makes me happy.
There's quite an intimate relationship with the river. People recognize this as an amazing resource, but I think a lot of people don't realize how special it is. There's a big push now to look at rights of nature and rights of rivers, and this river, I think, has potential to be recognized as a living thing itself and protecting its right to flow as a flowing river and as supporting the natural world that is both within it and around it.